I want to launch a lawsuit against the US government for their corruption. There's been news that Trump is looking to go after people who express anti-Americanism, anti-Christianity, and anti-capitalism, and I have a feeling I might be considered as someone who is anti all this stuff, but I'm not. I'm anti-corruption, anti-lying, anti-stealing, and anti-propaganda. And unfortunately, America, Christianity, and capitalism are all plagued by these evils. When I criticize these three things, I'm only trying to address the evils that are attacking or manipulating these three things. I'm fighting for the good of America, the good of Christianity and capitalism by highlighting the problems that are afflicting these three things and trying to come out of this blind obedience mentality into one of common sense, understanding, and truth. Humans have a tendency to blame ideas or objects instead of taking responsibility for our own actions. Like a hammer is a tool for building, and it can also be a murder weapon. Not because a hammer is problematic, but because people ultimately decide whether to use it for good or evil. And that's exactly what is happening with America, Christianity, and capitalism, and pretty much everything else in the world. Ideas and objects aren't inherently bad for the most part. It's only when people utilize them for good or bad. And lobbying is one of the most affected by this problem. Lobbying was created so groups of ordinary citizens could join forces to have a stronger voice in government. And while it still serves that purpose, it has been hijacked by corporations and the rich to influence politics to the point where the lobbyists with the most money get the most attention and influence in government. So by criticizing the way lobbying is being used, I am not being anti-lobbying, I'm defending lobbying from the corruption that plagues it and leads to America getting hurt and robbed. All of this is obviously so Trump can attack his critics, but the problem goes beyond Trump. Our government has become a whore for the rich. They have to accept their wrongdoings and change for the better. The only influence in government should be experts who have the best interest at heart for the people. Getting money out of politics should be the number one priority because it is the easiest way to clean up the corruption in Washington, and it is the number one reason America gets used and manipulated to serve the rich. Same with capitalism. I'm not going to argue whether it's good or bad, but the way it's been used, especially through neoliberalism, has been bad. Please subscribe to the channel to support this organization of Truth, Life, and Freedom so we can sue the US government and truly have a righteous country. Because just saying we're a Christian nation but not following the teachings of Christ makes us an anti-Christian nation, and the evidence is plentiful.